All right, here's our third video in section 3.6. We just got done talking about slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. When we are given an equation, we should be able to put it in slope-intercept form to be able to pick out the slope and the y-intercept. So what if I actually went backwards? What if I told you what the slope was, told you what the y-intercept was? Would you be able to write the equation for me? Look at example number 4. It says find an equation of a line with the given information. Write your answer in slope-intercept form. So I want the answer to look like a y equals mx plus b. It says in A that we have a y-intercept of 0, negative 8 and a slope of 3/4. Well, in order to write it in slope-intercept form, we need a slope, which they gave us, and a y-intercept, which they also gave us. So perfect. All we have to do is plug in the numbers in the right spot. We know that the m is the slope, so I'm going to put the slope in the y equals mx plus b spot. And I know that the b is the y-intercept. It's the y value of my y-intercept. And so in this case, it would be negative 8 or minus 8. So the equation of my line in slope-intercept form would be y equals 3/4 x minus 8. Too easy, right? Well, look at b. On b, it says our slope is 1/4 and our y-intercept is 0, 1/2. Yeah, they're fractions, and that's okay. I'll just end up having fractions in my linear equation. So if I go to put this in slope-intercept form, they give me the slope, they already give me the y-intercept. All I have to do is plug in the values. So now I have a y equals mx plus b, a slope-intercept form of y equals 1/4 x plus 1/2. Too easy. All right, let's do another one. Looking at example number 5 now, it says find the equation given the linear graph and write your answer in slope-intercept form. Ooh, so on this one, they don't come out and explicitly say, hey, here's the slope, or hey, here's the y-intercept. But what they do give us is a graph. Can we find those two things by looking at a graph instead? Well, remember, I need a slope and I need a y-intercept. All right, I'm going to go ahead and look at this graph and first pick out my y-intercept. I noticed on this graph that it crosses the y-axis at the point 0, 1. Then I'm going to find another ordered pair on my line. Another ordered pair that crosses at nice whole numbers, so I'm not estimating. Where does it look like this graph has another ordered pair that we can use? How about the point 1, 3? That's the next one I see. Do you remember how to find the slope if we're given a graph? I guess you could take those two ordered pairs and use your slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Or can't we just figure out our rise and our run by looking at the graph? How many times do we go up and down, or how many times do we go left or right? It looks like I just went up 2 and right 1. So it looks like my slope is 2 over 1. Now, aren't those the two things that I need? So if I want to put my equation in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, I need to figure out what m is, the slope, and I need to figure out what the y-intercept is, the b. Well, in this graph, didn't we just find out that the y-intercept was positive 1 and the slope was positive 2? So then my equation of my graph is y equals 2x plus 1. As long as you can find a slope, and as long as you can find the y-intercept, you should be able to not only graph it, but now you should be able to write me the equation of the line. You can write the equation and you can graph as long as you have those two things.